Cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience. And hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated. From the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul. Provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble. The ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help the show. Cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitting Policies.
Spitting. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's that day again. What day is it, y'all?
Spitting Policies Day.
All them cats that got their beards and them bald heads.
Spitting Policies.
Welcome you all to this wonderful Spitting Policies Day.
Spitting Policies.
The title of the show today, and we apologize for the tardiness of the show. We had some things swirling around in the studio.
We had a glitch.
But we was here. We was here.
Yeah, we was here.
We were here.
Yeah,
Ready and cool.
Some things we're not.
Technology don't always work.
Yeah, but sometimes it wasn't even. If it was started,
and then sometimes it's the engineer. Is that what you're saying? You're blaming the engineer?
I'm gonna be accountable.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But anyway, y'all come on in.
Accountability. That's good, brother.
And the title of the show is called Ceasefire. It's a ceasefire on the gender wars, especially between us black men and black women. We want to start out by telling y'all that we love you.
We love you, and we need you, and we want you.
And we need you, and we want you, and we not. Well, I like to say I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to fight. Excuse me?
Coming from you, that's huge. They should really believe it.
I don't know what he means by that, but we're going to get into how everybody's week before we jump into the show. So if you would like to grab a beverage, grab your favorite paraphernalia, and enjoy the show. Tell somebody else. Send the show to somebody else so they can enjoy it too. And we're going to get into how everybody's week is. We're going to start with EP over there.
Great week, man. A great
First
week
thing.
to be alive, Let's just start with that. It's good to be alive.
Oh, yes.
Because nowadays you ain't got to be.
Now you
a lot
don't have to
going
be.
on. Stress. Yeah. I'm being more health conscious too.
Yeah. Always a good thing.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad to be here, man. We can get right on into it. So I'll pass it back to you. You can pass it to who you want to pass it to.
Oh, we're going to pass it to the gentleman that's sitting over there pop locking. And that would be Kevin Pop Lock
look.
Calhoun.
Hey, man. Glad to be alive. Let's roll.
Okay. That's okay. We're going to shoot it right over here to the doctor of the barbers, Trevor Graham.
I would say I don't look like what I'm going through, but I'm gonna get there eventually.
Well, kind of.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
A little bit.
Like today, you like what you're going through.
Yeah.
Don't look like what I'm going through, but I'm gonna get there eventually.
Are you going through something?
I'll let you know when God finishes.
Yeah.
They say
I'll let you know when God finishes. He got the will.
You're going through something.
Man, I got 2 heavy plates. I thank God they ain't paper.
Yes, indeed.
Enough about my week. How about yours? How
Double
was yours?
plated.
Exactly.
Double plated.
You got porcelain, going porcelain.
Yeah.
Fine
Porcelain
china or
plate.
something.
Yep.
How was your week, man?
Man, my week has been a little challenging, but what's life without a little challenge? You know what I mean? I get to show up every day and prove the naysayers wrong. And it's a good thing, I like it. I like being challenged sometimes. You're only as good as the challenges that present to you. That it almost sharpens you a little bit, right?
It does.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for the challenges as well, because it teaches me new things and teaches me how resilient you can be. And I think us as a people have been resilient for quite a long time.
Right.
Well put.
So
Oh yeah.
Well put.
yeah,
Some of the greatest men were defined by their biggest challenges.
yes, and I'm sure all of us will be too. You know what we what we overcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had a treaty prepared for the women, black women, but I lost it somewhere, so I'm gonna have to give it to you guys later on in the week. But with all the gender wars that's going on, with even on podcasts, you got so many podcasts where everybody is blaming somebody else, the other side.
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah,
That question
Yeah.
was
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta have $100,000 a year. You gotta this and you gotta that.
all of this, and I say the greatest lie is inculcated with truth.
Inculcated.
Cocaine.
Yes,
But hold on.
inculcated.
Hey Siri, what is inculcated?
It's
bullshit.
That's what it has truth within it, right?
Mm.
So the good lie has some truth. So yeah, some of the things may be valid, but how do you address them? And my thing is, you know, for us as black men, and come to the forefront of the problem and say, hey, our fight isn't with you. You know, our fight isn't with you. It's circumstances that we're all fighting, that we need to come together to fight.
Sure.
But I want to go to and ask the question. Well, I know two gentlemen are married, so they've conquered the gender wars. Or do you see a heavy display of the gender wars within the social media that we watch? And the social media that we watch is sometimes programming. We could fall into it and sometimes participate in it, right?
Mm.
So how do we come together and let our women know, like, we're not here to fight y'all. We're here to love y'all. How do we display that besides doing the show like this? But how do we display that in our everyday?
I think if we invest in a relationship, I think that's the start. Investing in a relationship, just doing things where you're displaying love, you're showing love, you're being loved, and hopefully that'll allow your mate to let down their guards and let you. And also in choosing the right person to invest in.
Absolutely.
What? Go ahead.
Well, it started with us. Excuse me. Long before the actual marriage. Certain situations may occur, or different things that we talked about that we want to do. So just knowing, first of all, that you have a teammate and not an opponent. So that was it started then. So now it's, it been set in stone already. I say that. So now it's just continuing to build off of that. So communication is definitely, you got to be strong, but then actions got to follow.
I think also if we define our roles,
Mm-hmm.
if we define our roles and we are equally yoked with somebody who agrees with, okay, the man is supposed to lead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Well, what if they don't agree with that?
and they're not the person that you're supposed to be even cohabitating with,
Right.
dealing with, or trying to build something.
Right.
If you don't agree with, first of all, where we're building and what we're building, then it's inevitable to fall.
And And a lot of times we have to know that not agreeing with someone is not a fight. It's not an instant argument. You're just not the person for me, right? So it's not about arguing who's winning the argument, because this is how these gender wars start. Like, oh, it's your fault.
Mhm.
What are they? That saying is you point one finger at somebody that's four
Three.
pointing back at you, three
Mhm.
or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, it's pointing back at you.
Well, it depends on who hand it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You may
Somebody
have 4 or
six
5.
fingers.
Yeah, you may.
You know what I mean? And anyway, that it's not an argue. We're not looking to argue or win the argument. And a lot of times the gender blaming is winning the argument. Like, and of course we're going to take the men's side, and
Women gonna take the
women going to take the women's side, and we're here to take the family side,
Mhm.
the black family, because it's destroying the black family. No, but the marriage is down in the black community.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how do you fix that, Trevor? They coming to pick you up. Don't worry about it. They coming to pick you up.
I think understanding understanding how we are individually. In the same manner, the women are individual and they're different. Every woman is not the same. Yada yada yada. We as men also have to realize that we're not the same as another person, because we all have different realities. You say keep it real, but that's from perspective, because your reality may be different from mine. So once you understand who you are, you understand your reality, then you know how to function in terms of a solid friendship that can build to a relationship. And then you'll be able to communicate a little bit better. You'll be able to, because you know yourself, you can express yourself correctly to the right person, not just any person.
Let's agree, first of all, what direction are we going in?
Yeah.
Very, very important. Look, are we going this way? Are you willing to go this way?
Right.
Then now we have something to talk about. I mean, it's the same thing in everyday life, because if we're trying to attain a certain goal and I say, no, I'm going this way, and you say you're going this way, it's no way for it to work.
Right.
So I think it's identifying something, and then also realizing that, okay, this is a person that I can make it to a destination.
Mhm.
Right.
But if it all starts with agreeing that we're going to go this way.
It
Personally,
does, but you have to know where you're going. Have a goal, an objective. I agree.
Yeah. Do you think, and I'm sure everybody has talked about this before, that society plays an integral role in how even our women look at us, because they've taught like, okay, I don't really need him because I can go get on some subsidy, so he can't fulfill the role that he may want to fulfill, and it causes a friction in the financial department. If a woman feels she doesn't need you, it already thinks that you don't have no authority over her.
I don't want to just necessarily say subsidy, but you also have women that are going out there and they're staying focused on their goal because they understand where they want to go, period. Whether it be subsidized housing, or I'm going to go get my education, I'm going to go get a solid job, and this is the plans that I have for my future. Even though it may not be the exact way that she may want it, whether it be male or female, you must have an understanding of yourself in order to get to the goal and get to your objective. Then you'll know who to bring along with you. But don't let your heart fool you. You don't want to be a sucker for love with the wrong person.
With the wrong person.
We have
a comment by Art Pope. Yeah, thank you, Mark. There is such a thing as being dead wrong and dead right. The need to be right can be fatal. And I think that's a lot of times where we go wrong. We have to be right. There is no compromise. I'm talking about on the men's side. Sometimes there is no compromise. But if you let the vision happen in the structure of men and women, and we know that cunning spirit that was allowed to divide woman and man. So you have to look out for that. And of course, you're going to go for I'm not going to say the weaker vessel, but the physically weaker vessel. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't want no hate mail, you know.
You're too late.
Pick somebody who
ego.
Too late.
Go ahead.
You can't let your ego override the truth. A lot of times, I think because we have this, we could sometimes have an inflated ego. You know, who you think you are versus what you really are could be wrong. Then you have when a man's ego is bruised or not even catered to, it also oftentimes gauge how he functions. So I think that right there is important too.
But and also, Trev, I think, you know, as you should, at least once you start getting older, getting more mature, that you shouldn't be holding on to those type of things. Those things it should be changing. Your heart should be softer when it comes to that. Why do if it makes sense with what she's saying, then okay, well, yeah, let's try that. You know, I don't have to be right. I'm not in it to be right.
It takes a lot for some men to do that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said maturity. That's where maturity come in at, is it'll help with that if you are willing. Because first of all, you got to be willing to change, and if you're not, then that's a problem right there.
That's what we're talking about now. Nothing's going to change until something changes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Irv.
It's a simple word called purpose. If you know your purpose and you're about your business, heading down the path of completing your purpose, you should pick a mate whose purpose is to help you fulfill your purpose. That helps tremendously because she's more apt to fall in line with whatever you say your purpose that you need for your purpose, or she's going to be in tune to even do some things before you can even mention them. She's going to do the research. She's going to do this, and this helps to show that there is a communal thing. In your words, communal. Yeah.
Communal.
Yeah. You agree, Kanu?
Yeah. Do you think that women tend to, poke men's egos because they know they have them? You know, you said we men have these inflated egos. So do you think women sometimes can have the pen and they could just, they know his ego is big. You know what I mean? I think they use it as a tool, right?
I think
we need to be more resolution orientated and know that that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get a further fight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You learn to use the softness that God gave women a great thing. They could be soft and gentle, and I think a man will think about doing. He won't think about doing anything because he wants to protect that. So he's probably we hear you a lot better when you're softer.
Right.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Don't try to agitate the situation.
Right. Don't make it worse.
There's a thing of being too soft too.
Is it?
What?
What's too soft?
Where you agree with everything I say.
Oh,
you're not a challenge.
That's something else.
You don't have your own mind.
Yeah.
That's really prevalent.
Yeah.
I know several situations.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
She faking.
He's right.
No.
He's right.
They so soft, they boring.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let me know where
what? Okay.
So
I'll refer you to a couple, buddy.
Yeah, refer me.
Okay. You think you would want that?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm asking you. No, okay, but I'm saying okay
because I want to explore.
No.
As a social,
he want to put it to the test. He got some material to work.
Playing with their hearts.
No, it's a social experience.
Yeah, a social experience. Okay. Experiment. Yeah. Leave it to Canoe.
So you never had one who was just too.
I thought so.
Well, how did it end?
It ended bad
Why did it end bad?
because I was too young. I was too young.
Oh, okay.
I was way too young.
I'll give you that one.
To be
Okay.
with a woman that was that serious, but she was willing to do almost everything.
Do you know where she is?
I do not know where she is to this day.
Did she have a Facebook?
I
Last
don't
name.
know. Her last name
No. Just a joke. It's a
is
joke.
Smith.
Good one.
Mm.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Common last name.
Yeah, that's all.
Find that one. But go ahead.
Whenever it says something in regards to the goal or understanding what your goal is in a relationship, where are we going? That again falls back to the accountability of the man. We as men, we're going to own that and say that we are the leaders, so we should be held accountable for leading the relationship. Would you guys say?
I think it's mixed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
It's a,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
Can
mixed.
can
So
I?
expand
I
on that
agree.
because
Go ahead.
let's just talk about it.
Meaning you have to consider like she's a human being, and that's going to dictate a whole lot on how much I invest in something. If she has a vision, if her vision is kind of parallel to mine, or we have some resemblance in our morals and our standards, and like I don't want nobody that I have to tackle to get them to go down the same path.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
You were about to explain and expand on it?
No, I think today's time is very different from, olden days because more women are getting, especially the younger generation, they're getting degrees at a higher rate than men are. They're the economic. They're in some cases, and especially the younger one, because of the degrees, they may be out earning men. There's no longer an industrial revolution where you have a man that's working in the manufacturing plant or whatever. They're not doing that anymore. It's more of a soft skills kind of area that we live in.
Okay. Maybe I was swimming in deeper waters. I'm not
So we're in
saying
the shallow end.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
he's
not saying that
basically
I'm not
saying.
saying that you guys are in the shallow end.
Oh, okay.
But my thing is, if you have a goal, my goal isn't to go get a car. My goal isn't to it's probably going to be based more on principle. I think as men, I want to have a secure family. I want to have the ability to pay for our children's education. I want to make sure that we have our health, dental, visual, and all that stuff covered. I want to make sure our children's teeth are cool. Make sure that if they need glasses, we can get them. Make sure that if emergency ever were to happen, we have a reserve. Because when we're talking about those terms, regardless of your degree, regardless of my job, regardless of your career, regardless of my investments, regardless of how rich I am, the goal and the objective is to be financially secure enough as a team to do those certain big important things, right? So now, if she does have a degree, if she does have a job, if she hit lottery, if you won lottery twice, the fact and the goal still is going to be the goal. It's just what we bring to the table. It's how we bring it together. It's how we orchestrate that as a team.
That sounds very, very wonderful. But however, in today's time, when she has the bag because she's attained a certain thing and she's put in the time, and this society says that I don't need you. I might want you as a luxury, like almost like a bag. I don't
Right.
need a Birkin bag, but would be nice.
Yeah.
But
That's
if Louis
almost
Vuitton comes-
but that's almost
You're drowning
but
him
yeah.
now because you went into 15 feet. He was
You
still
see
in
how
the
fast
6
I got out
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going deeper.
Yeah, bro, but honestly, that sounds good. But women who, and I can't say I'm not speaking for all women at all, but in society today, it's more prevalent that the more affluent and the more self-sufficient a woman is, that they want to be the leader.
Right.
They want to wear the
Yeah.
pants.
They want to wear the pants. And if we can do an experiment. If a woman makes $300,000 and a man made 70, which is well above the average, the median
Yeah.
for a male, would she be submissive to the man?
Matter of
And
fact, we
then-
had some
and-
people call in and chime in and talk about that.
And then if she is, for how long?
Okay, so
Look at this. This will be the cold thing. If she makes all that money, but the man that makes 70 say, "Nah, baby, I don't think we can afford you getting that purse this week. We need to focus on family and the glasses and all the things Trevor mentioned. Not to shun what you're saying, but I'm just talking about the things that are principle based. We need to focus more on that. I don't think you need that car right now. So I'm going to make the decision to tell you, no, you can't get that right now.
Right.
But I'll let you know when we're in a better place and we can get that.
okay, so
If she
choice?
If she concedes to that, that is a great.
That is her. Go, boy.
Man.
Get her 3 rings.
Man.
Yeah, she gonna have a ring on all
She
fingers.
deserve it. If she allows, I only seen women talk about it.
Just call
I
me
haven't really
Gunther,
seen
baby.
it, like with what's the singer's name? She was saying she submits to her husband. He's the head of the household.
Fantasia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Mm.
That's
Not so much. Don't give me Monique though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
They in some
Yeah,
type
daddy.
of other
Yeah,
type
daddy.
of relationship.
But that works for them.
Yeah, but that works for them. But I feel like EP was saying in today's time, it because the woman is getting the bag. She's heavily in the workforce, maybe attaining a little more than her counterpart. She feels like I should be the head of household. So we have to redefine manhood. A man doesn't make how much money you make doesn't make you a man.
Let me read this
doesn't
really
it
quick
doesn't
before,
define it.
before this comment goes. That's a great question. Ark said, which is Mark, says, what type of olive branch gestures would women like to see in order to unite with men and not compete with men? Baby, what you want to see, baby? What I'm just saying.
A short answer for me is a woman holding herself accountable and saying she's sorry.
No, you
read the thing wrong.
So what type of olive branch gesture would a woman like to see
from
My
you,
bad.
from a
My
man?
bad.
From a,
yeah, you was quick to just sit on the edge of your seat.
He had it.
For me,
I got the answer. Call on me, Tatum. I got it. I know it.
Well, first,
Sorry, I was
starting off.
all fired up about it. I was fired up about it. Like,
Three, if you
y'all right.
3 dozen of roses,
y'all right. Y'all
honey.
right. Y'all right.
What was you gonna say? EP? What olive branch gestures?
I don't. That's for a woman to.
I think he's asking what olive branch. Mark, maybe you have some olive branch gestures.
No, he's asking. He's asking
what type of olive branch gestures would women like to see in order to unite with the men?
So that's a question for the woman. What gestures would she like to see in order for her to let her guard down and unite with a man? Basically.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something they would have to add.
Yeah. So it's a question they can call in or type in. It's a few on the line here that can do so.
It can.
When you guys were mentioning about the situation with the women or whatever, because of the way things are nowadays, my thing would be if you've been knowing this person for a while and had some kind of a friendship, and then you started dating, you kind of, I would think, would collected some kind of a data as to who she is and how she is. And it, like, again, it took me a while to get to understand the pattern or see a pattern in a woman's behavior. So I would think that certain things could be detected between a certain period of time. But Irvin said, like, hey, some actors can act for years.
Yeah,
but
and another thing,
but
if you submit to the relationship, if you oftentimes guys are in relationships don't know how they got in a relationship.
Yeah, they fell into it.
They fell into it because ultimatums, or if we do this, we or the emotional tug they have. Well, I thought okay, and then you're in a relationship with a person who you're unequally yoked with, just because of the physical act.
Yeah,
or you fell in love with the physical part of the person, and
no, I was just saying because you know what, just the last few days, I've seen several videos where, you know, the woman just pretty much, I guess, got tired of the relationship and they want it out. Like, I don't want to be married to you no more. I don't love you no more. I just want you to get out. And it's like, he didn't even see it coming. One particular one. And it's like, how you weren't paying attention, you know, where you two, it is a cold thing. But even that being said, you see the thing too, men have men intuition. And then you have to pay
a show on that too. Men have intuition.
Yeah. And you have to pay attention to how your woman is moving, you know.
If you're experienced though.
If some
of them ain't never experienced
right.
that. So they look at that as it's just a moment and shit. Like, no, man, you had to have gone through several things. I thank God I got my heart tore out my chest at a young age.
Yeah, that's when you would rather go through it.
Man.
You know,
you ain't got that much to lose.
You don't, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you couldn't tell us that at the time.
No, because that was everything.
Like the word, it hurted.
Hey,
it hurted.
My heart is all I got.
Let's go get this dude out the house, man.
Boy,
hey, it's 3:00. He's still in his pajamas, curled up in the bed watching
you driving
cartoons.
up the street on a sunny day with your windshield wipers on, crying.
We have a comment from Sharon Jones. Could you explain to us encouraging and conclusive communication? What does that mean or look like to you?
I think
it's the olive branch.
Something to Mark's.
Yeah, it's the olive
comment. Yeah.
So that's what she.
Conclusive. The way I take that is speak with resolution. Oftentimes, we as men do try to speak with resolution, but our logical words can fall on your emotional ears, and as a result, it throws the whole thing off. I'm speaking the logical words. It falls on your emotional ears. And as a result, I have to ask, what did you hear me say? It's like, so I don't know if that always works. What's the conclusion?
Communication is the key, though.
It is effective communication.
Conclusive,
yeah. Right.
And receive, it has to be received.
Right.
Right. That's drop the mic and walk away.
Okay.
So in that, in order to have that, what would you guys say would be a decent date line or a dating timeline so that you can kind of work out some kinks, so you can kind of understand women can understand us and we can understand them better? What would you say would be a decent timeline and how to go about that so that we can avoid going to a war with each other?
Myself. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say 6 to 9 months. What do you think?
6 to 9 months with no physical, no nothing.
I'm going to say 6 to 9 months.
I don't know if I like you. I don't know if
So I can
I'm attracted to you.
So I can say the right answer. I'm going to say Trevor's answer is 6 to 9 months. But I don't think you can put a time frame on understanding, because a lot of times you could say communicate. Some people communicate and they don't really understand what you're saying. They're just talking back and forth. But when you have a great understanding of what this person is saying, then I think you're truly communicating with this person. Because a lot of times you may be talking and someone is just listening. They're not listening to hear what you got to say. They just listening to respond. They want to hurry up and jump in there and get their 2 cents in.
Another word is commitment. Commitment. We may feel this way today, but our word ain't nothing. I said I would. I said I'm gonna build with you in this, but next month I don't feel like it no more. And then they start to change. So I think the major principles aren't really that prevalent these days, because everybody want what they want when they want, and then when the feeling is gone, nobody wants to invest into the relationship. We gotta go through something.
That was a key word, invest. Because oftentimes if a person doesn't have any skin in the game, they're gonna give a damn about it. So a person has to put some skin in the game. So if this is the direction we're going in, it's going to be more valuable to you when you put forth some kind of effort, whether it be mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great comment by Shari Gigi. What did you call it? Start? Shari Gigi. Yeah, you were right. Start. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. Start off with a solid friendship. I love that. And I live by that. Learn and listen together. Period. I don't think I think it's impossible to have a successful relationship without having a friendship. For me, I think.
I agree. A friendship has to be established.
Yeah. I mean, not just, that has to be solid.
Yes.
It has to be solid.
Because that's going to help you work through whatever the problem is.
Exactly. And I was just looking, I don't know if we missed it or what, but even when, I'm not saying this because I know her, but Belinda said ability to feel secure and trust in his leadership. And I think that go both ways, because just like how we were saying, one that would be willing to let you lead. Yeah. So, and it go both ways, because if you're giving me that, then I'm gonna make sure that I'm leading correctly. And I'm like how we said before, we gotta check in. We gotta do check-ins to make sure that, hey, we're both still on our job. We're still punching the clock as if we still, or we really want this to last.
I got a good one.
Go ahead.
Will you allow me to lead?
You getting tired of hearing me talk? Is that what you?
No.
I was talking to him. Oh, okay. No, I was talking about Canoe because he was like, man, go ahead, go ahead.
Would you allow me to leave after I made a mistake?
Bruh.
I messed up.
No, you're right. But we're human.
I'm a human being.
If she doesn't, is it over?
It just depends on
would that cause a divide in the relationship? She said, EP, you messed up this time. I don't think you should be leading this.
It can have something. It can be irrelevant to a certain thing. It's just in life. I messed up. I made a mistake. Okay. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna say whether it's infidelity or financial or whatever. It doesn't have to be dealing with a path that we're on. It's just
you got to give us a little more context.
Not necessarily.
It could be a vast variety. I can say
I did something, so now you're mad at me. So now you're not going to listen to me. So that's the only reason. Yeah, of course, if I cheated, of course that's inevitable that you're gonna, not inevitable. That is
it's gonna be hard.
More likely that you're gonna rebel.
Okay, so but if there's a situation where something happened, something went wrong, are we going to be mad at that thing, or am I going to be wrong or mad at that person? If you want to own it, that's fine. But sometimes, in some situations, not every, you have something that happens. I'm going to address this, what happened. But if I'm mad at you, there's a difference.
But that's why relationships should come with some form of maturity.
Yeah,
because that ain't regular. That you mess up and I'm not mad at you. I'm going to get past it. And I'm going to still listen to you. The average person don't want to deal with or hear something from somebody who have sinned, meaning missed the mark.
You got Sharon Jones that said, "Go ahead, bro."
I would definitely allow my man EP to lead after a mistake. Leadership should not change.
Right.
After a mistake. I totally agree. Right. Sharon Jones, you're right on point.
Especially if you own it. Especially if you own, oh, baby, this ain't gonna happen.
Because even that will
never ever happen.
Big to even be accountable and go to her and say, look, babe, I messed up. Or whatever, however you want to put it. So that shows the maturity and the growth in that man, for him to admit to that. And then we come to the table. We bring it to the table. You don't, even on the job, you get a verbal, you get a write-up, and then there's disciplinary action.
The flip side to
this a cardinal safety violation.
Well, then
go right there and there.
That's why he used like cheating. I think that would be what you're saying.
Not
to that degree.
If I was cheating. I don't cheat anyway. So
The flip side to Irvin's question would be: would a woman say, okay, before we read Miss Graham's comment,
her name
the
is
flip
No,
side-
don't say
Monica.
Miss Graham
Hey, hey,
up
hey,
there.
hey,
I don't
hey.
even see
what it's
Graham
saying, what
up
it
there.
is, might be
That
different.
is that shit.
What it's saying,
I'm just
what
going,
it is,
I'm
might
just
be
going
different.
by what the name
So-
say.
The flip side to Irvin's question would be: would a woman be able to hold herself accountable and say, "I'm sorry" after she made a mistake?
That's very difficult for women to do.
Ooh.
I'm not saying it's
Let's-
impossible, but it's normally
Hard for them to do.
hard for them to do.
Yeah.
Let's read Ms. Graham's comment. Anyone want to read
No,
Ms.
no,
Graham's
you go
comment?
right
Okay,
ahead.
no
You're
problem.
already
Go
talking.
ahead. If you're not willing to admit to the mistake, to be humble,
If you're willing, not
if you're
Willing,
I'm
not
sorry,
willing.
if you're willing to admit to the mistake and be humble in the correction, then yes, continue the position of leading, and I will support. Okay.
Continue to lead, Trevor.
Yeah. Even though you messed up.
Continue to lead,
Yeah. Even though you messed up.
even though you messed up. So, in the ceasefire and saying like, "We love you, all black women,"
Oh man, to your core.
to the core, right? We want nothing else. At least the beards. I want to say, at least me. I want to say, and I don't want to speak for everybody else on
You
the
ain't
panel,
gotta
but
speak for me.
I almost can
You see what I got.
because they married
Darker
one.
the berry, the
You know what I mean?
sweeter the juice.
But in
It's
that,
only two single people. So what you trying to say, Canoe? What you
but
trying to say?
you was married to one too.
Yeah,
So
but I'm just saying. Okay, all right. I thought
I'm
you
just
was
saying, we
implying that I
always
might,
married to-
Man.
You know,
I might subscribe to the if it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
you know, I don't know what you do now.
I think that's you, E. I mean, P. You want to read that?
Uh-oh.
Dude in the hat sound like he
You the only one with the hat.
need to be on pop the balloon. What if I said that?
You've been pretty good
Bruh.
tonight.
What if I said I've said nothing but that I love you?
Yeah. You've
Hey,
been very
And we all been hurt.
I have been.
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
that.
we all been hurt. We all been.
Dude,
Trevor, have you been hurt?
Yeah,
Trevor?
I don't
Trevor,
know who royalty
have you been
is,
hurt?
but
Dude in the hat.
I sure wish we had the call in.
Trevor, you find a little too much joy.
That dude in the hat too sassy.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna get the fight out of me.
Don't give him a fight.
Tonight,
Don't get
you are
royalty a
not
fight.
gonna get the fight out of me. But
Oh,
you don't want this smoke.
You don't want
You don't want this
He got the
smoke.
mic.
Woo!
You don't want this smoke.
Oh,
I
my
wish you
goodness.
could call in because that would only be fair, so I can hear your voice. You know, no, we could be talking to a whole man named
Oh,
Roy.
well, yeah, you
You know
just
what I mean? So
lost me there.
just because you got some flowers by your name, don't mean you're a female.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you royalty, you would speak with a little more. You would be less uncool.
Hey,
Yeah,
see,
there
wait.
No,
I knew we wasn't gonna make it through this thing. We started war. See,
I knew.
No, we're not about to do that. No, this
I'm
show
not
is about
We
resolution.
were not going to make it to the end of the show.
Almost.
Yeah.
Wait, listen,
No,
we are
I
not.
had something to say with it.
Yeah, man, he was
I thought
on
this
it.
being cool.
Yeah.
I had
Don't.
something to say with it because
Don't give that energy.
that's one of the parts of being is not litigating in the streets. We shouldn't be litigating on this platform.
Facts are facts.
Men and women,
Mm.
black men and women, we shouldn't be litigating on this platform. So I'm not going to even do it with you. So that's why I said it was uncool.
Just say you love her.
That's one of the things.
And
Sis.
one of the things that I think is also important is it's not just what we say to the
Don't be
person we trying to.
distracted.
It's not just what we try to say to the person or convey our message to a person, but it's also how we say it. Because we also need to understand how a person receives what we're talking about during communication. The yelling at.
Mhm.
And those certain things, certain people will stop listening. It's just like, I can't hear you that well. You may be talking to the top of your lungs, but if we both arguing, oftentimes we both talking together. We can sing together, but we can't talk at the same time together. So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
And then also is the statement in the text.
You know, the text can be misconstrued because if it's no tonation, there's no feeling there.
No, I was just
That-
teasing you. Well,
Huh?
I was just teasing you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's sometimes that's why I like to communicate.
Oh yeah, verbally.
Let's talk,
Mm-hmm.
and especially in person, especially if we have a disagreement, because you could say I love you and be on the phone and be looking like, oh, wait,
Yeah, you will want to talk to me because if you
Yeah.
allow me to text, I'm gonna get really
detail.
detailed.
Mm.
Okay.
Probably be better that we have. And then also when I get upset, I don't want to talk right then because I will say
Right.
something that I regret.
Right.
So my natural
Give me a moment.
natural defense is just let me be quiet. Let me get to myself and just allow me that.
and I
allow me
think-
a minute.
And I think you
Is it a minute or
no,
That's
not for
definitely
me.
longer than-
or
it
a few
depends on
minutes?
it depends on the
Not for me.
offense.
It takes a little longer for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
I
a
lose
day?
my appetite. and
No,
everything
it
if I get
doesn't.
too
It
hot.
doesn't have it went there. Yeah, it actually it has went further than
Don't put
a
your
day.
hands on nobody.
You know,
Oh, you talking about time wise?
Right.
Further.
but
Woo.
the
I
thing
was gonna
is,
say, Kevin.
I had to work on that.
Yeah.
You know, so but if I'm saying, look, just give me a few, because
Are you saying it that calmly? Because the way you said it now, look. hey,
I'm just
hey,
saying,
just
like,
look.
I don't
Give
want,
me a
if
few,
I'm
you know what I mean?
not maybe not that calmly, but not elevated, not too elevated. Just give me a moment.
That's important. That's very important.
Give me a moment.
No, I
I
ain't
don't
gonna
wanna
give you
talk
no
about
moment.
it right
no,
now.
I
That's
know.
the
We
worst.
got to talk about it now.
Yeah.
That's
we
the
gotta-
worst.
Now
exactly. that drives.
That's the
then,
worst.
then
Crazy.
yeah, it
The-
you get
the-
some days.
one of the most important things I think in when you're talking face to face or just even communicating with the person you with, you are able to, whenever you're able to tell a person's heart posture, it'll oftentimes come out in the way they deliver their message.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those two go hand in hand.
Mhm.
I can tell your heart posture in the way you say something.
Right.
You can say F you 3 different ways. One of them gonna piss me off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? F you. What?
Yeah.
Nah, hey.
What?
F you.
I think it's I think it's, and this may be a little controversial, but I think it's very important that you have some kind of conflict before you even get into a relationship.
Yeah, never start a relationship while y'all completely happy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I've found that out, and that's to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Do you think if you never had a big blow up that the relationship is you're waiting on the other shoe to drop?
A lot of people
Because
feel
of
that
it?
way.
Start one then.
A lot of
Start-
people feel one. Feel that.
Start with
Start one.
start a conflict
Yeah.
and see how it turns out.
I'm not. I'm
Nah,
not.
I'm not doing that intentionally. Hell no.
I know you're not.
Well, you
You're
passed
different.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You passed
You're
that.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're talking about the
It
singles.
was beneficial
Mhm.
if you went through some things before and got to know a person.
See how they handle it.
And in your terms, within 6 to 9 months, you probably have disagreed on something. How did that disagreement play out? How was it? I'm not asking the question.
Oh.
Yes.
Rhetorical.
Yeah.
And that, you're right, E, because that's something for you and Canoe to
I'm
Thank you,
my
Shari.
whole thing is I don't want a black woman to look at me on the streets and just I'm not saying shit to you. And I want to know where that comes from. They're taught like we're their arch enemy, and it should not be that way.
Mhm.
And it was not designed. It's by design from the society, but I want you to think loving thoughts when you see a black man.
And then
You
when
should.
something happens, the
I
black
wanna
man
be-
didn't even come and rescue you.
right.
I want you to. When I see a black woman, I don't have no
Negative.
disdain for.
Well, sometimes they don't know if we're safe or not.
But in
You're part of
any
the problem,
essence-
Trevor. Trevor, what did you just say? You don't know.
Sometimes they don't know if they can feel safe with us or not. Sometimes
A white man, was a white
it's
man
been-
safer?
No, I'm not. Whoa, that's
No, I
a
think
color
I
situation.
know what
But
you're
it's just
saying.
sometimes. I'm not saying all of us across the board. I'm just saying sometimes.
I don't like that statement.
They don't
Yeah,
know
I
how.
don't like
right,
it
yeah.
either.
right.
I don't like it.
They feel a lot of them feel that
women feel
we're not
we feel intimidated.
protectors.
If I don't
It's the
say
married side against the single side. That's
It's
all.
just the approach.
That should be a show.
That could be a
That
show.
should be a show.
that could be a show.
If I approach you with a smile and say, "How you doing, Queen?"
That's
right,
cool.
right.
They automatically
I
think
ain't
you
your
trying to
queen,
Yeah.
you know,
or they automatically think you hitting on them.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I'm married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just telling you, your tire flat.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I
it.
just
Exactly.
wanted to know if you needed help with the tire, but you can have your husband
go
come
ahead.
help
You
you
got
with
it.
the fucking tire. Now.
Yeah.
Excuse
Call
me.
AAA.
I also at like Costco or something. Somebody have water or something. Hey, ma'am, do you mind if I help you with your water? I have
Right.
no idea. I'm
Right.
not trying to hit on you or
No.
nothing. A few take it and be like, "Oh my God," this-
Mhm.
or can I pump your gas?
Yeah.
We need to start doing that to our black women.
But we're not going to offer to pump your gas if the passenger seat is laid all the way back
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
and it's
Yeah.
occupied.
Yeah. I think a lot of times our women feel that the wolf
feel
is this
you
a
on
wolf
that
in
one.
sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
So we don't. Society is at a high anxiety level right now.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of like low key do and don't get it.
But that's that's the thing. How do we get it back to be that trust on both sides?
Small gestures of love. Even if it's not a love interest, just a elderly black woman.
Oh, yeah.
Gestures of kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kindness goes
But
a long way.
well, with them, to me, is easier with older women because they are willing, like without thought, to allow you to help with that water, or but I got your basket, I'll push it, or whatever it may be. It's the other ones in the other age group that's kind of like,
You know what, Kevin? I'm willing to take a little bit more on the chin.
man, do that.
I'm gonna go out
Do
there
that.
and I'm gonna display kindness,
You know what?
loving mercy.
I found the 7 principles of this Black Love Treaty.
Maybe
that
I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead.
No, you should do that.
Okay, I will.
You should do that.
Come on, Sassy, what you gonna do?
Come on, Sassy. So these are the 7. I can't even get past it. The principles of the Black Love Treaty for women, Black women in particular. We are not your enemies. Respect before reaction. I will choose understanding before chaos or accusations. Truth over ego. 4 is protect the village. I will not degrade Black men or Black women publicly. Private conflicts stay private. And that's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Economic unity, digital boundaries. We agree on how we engage online to protect our brand. Our brand is the Black family, the nuclear Black family. And the 7, the last one is healing is required. We commit to doing the personal and collective work, therapy, education, and community. And with that, I would, you have to find a culturally understanding therapist for Black people. And I think that's important, for Black people as well, to vet a culturally understanding therapist.
It's been a great show. Thank you guys for tuning in with us on Spitting Policy, Beers and Bars. Until next week, all right, I'm sure I'm not going to cut you off. Go ahead, Trey.
No, go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I was giving it to you, baby. Go ahead, baby.
To wrap it up with our real spit portion of the show, I'm going to start off by saying, 1, if you don't know the purpose of anything, you're bound to abuse it. So let's understand the purpose of the person that we're in a relationship with. Go forward, move forward, and grow with that and in that. And also, secondly, understand this is a job. It's going to take some work putting in this relationship. But if you're a fireman, don't hire a cop. If you're a barber, don't hire a butcher. You know exactly who to hire. After that job interview or whatever else, that dopamine hit, that's one thing. But you got to understand who you really hiring for the job that you need that's going to help you fulfill your job, mission, vision, and purpose, your goals, so that you guys can effectively communicate. Those are a few of the things that we talked about on this show. So Make sure you hire the correct person that will fit the job description. You guys have an awesome week. And again, like Irvin, Kevin, and Kanoom said, you guys have a great week. Thank you for watching these fellas with beards and bald heads that are spitting policies. Till next week, thank you. Like, share, and follow so someone else can hear.
Learn and listen. Learn and listen.
To what?
Real spit, you don't find that often. Learn and listen. Let's go. It's real spit, you don't